Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing a video going over the poll I did yesterday. Hopefully you guys didn't miss it. We're going to be doing a poll over what people think if it's going to be canon or original. And based on this, I think a lot of people are thinking it's going to be original because, like, we didn't see the... Like, people are going to bring up, oh, it's blue, it's going to be core 3. No, there's no way it is. Because if you look at the 10th anniversary, it's like the stupidly dark, like, decadent, like, red background. This one would have had the really dark, rich blue background, like we've seen in the anime, where it's really dark, really like thick and like heavy blue. This is like just beautiful, gorgeous sky, because you see the scenery when it's a canon anniversary. You see the scenery. 8th and 9th anniversary both showed the exact background of where the fight took place, where the thing happened. Like, there's just no way it's going to be canon. If it's somehow canon, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Especially because of how cool the trailer is. I think it's a really cool thing. People have been giving off some pretty good ideas. And after seeing them, I think what I want... Because there's no way it's Yuha. Unfortunately, I would have loved a Yuha, original Yuha, for the 10th anniversary. Because he's just one of my favorite characters. But after seeing the trailer, looking at everything, I'm hoping that it's a 3 character banner. I think we'll see the comment in here, or maybe it was on my video, I'm not too sure, but people were mentioning that Ichigo 100%. There's no way it's not Ichigo. We didn't get Ichigo for the Prelude banner. We've only gotten one Ichigo this year. There's no way they're only going to give us one Ichigo this year. It's going to be an Ichigo for the 10th anniversary. Hopefully he's part of the original one and not part 2, because that's going to be canon 1000 of Blood War. And canon 1000 of Blood War Ichigo in Core 3 is pretty boring, to be honest. We've already gotten that form. We don't need another one. And Rukia is a pretty dead giveaway as well. I feel like what they're going for is she gave Ichigo the power to protect his friends. That's the point of it, his whole dream, protecting his friends or loved ones in general. So that's going to be a pretty big thing. And then when the sky like blows up, you know, like blows up, and it's like all like sunshine and stuff, I think that's code word for Orihime, because she's basically the sunlight of Ichigo's life, you know, kind of resembling how Masaki was to Ishin, that sort of thing. You know, sun, you know, she's like her sunshine or something, you know, that sort of thing. And every time Ichigo sees Orihime, he like lights up. He's like, oh my god, that's the woman, that's my wife. You know, obviously not right now, but you know what I mean. So that's my thoughts. Now, I hope it's original forms. I don't know what they could do with Ichigo. I've seen a Yuha Almighty Ichigo art, which looks really cool. Rukia, I don't know what they could do. Maybe just a stronger Bankai form. I'm not too sure. I really don't want just her in her Bankai, obviously. That would be pretty lackluster since we already have a Rukia in just her Bankai. It could be this art that I have above me, by the way. Like, maybe this. I don't really know. I think that's really cool art, but I don't think that would be new enough to carry for the 10th anniversary. But Rukia is a bit of a gimmicky one. I don't really know what they could do. Maybe, obviously, just a really easy one is just Beyond Bankai Rukia, you know? Just Beyond Bankai. And then for Orihime, there's been a lot of debate. It could just be like a different type of her, whatever her form. I can't remember. It's like Shuten... I don't know how the hell you say it. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe something like that. Or the dragon form that Kubo said that he wanted to do, but he couldn't fit it into the story somehow. Where Orihime is kind of like a dragon, kind of like how Burn the Witch has the whole dragon thing there, or like Wyvern kind of. That's kind of what he was going for, but with Orihime, and I was like, that's kind of cool. If that happens, I'm here for it. Or it could just be like a Beyond Fullbring thing, and then maybe Orihime's will be the first one to lead into a Beyond Fullbring arc with like Ginjo and Tsukishima and stuff. I don't know, but that's my guess. So it's already been 5 minutes, so let's hop into your guys' comments. So the top one, Gigi's wife, original Rukia and Ichigo. I get ice vibes, and there's white. They added Gwen Lee as a character as a guest last time. It definitely isn't anything from Core 3. I don't think it's gonna be Core 3. No, I think it's gonna be original. Also, oh wait, another thing. Can I just open this up? All right. If we get to the... Okay, so I'm on my video right now. Ooh, it's an actual song! Hey! 6 Annie... Okay, pause it. But like when the 10 turns white, this right here. So like this, like you can say it's ice as well, but it's also like pure white. So I was thinking, what if it's like a different original form of Horn of Salvation Ichigo? That's another thing that brought to my mind. I saw people bring it up. That would be also really cool if it's an original form. I don't want just base Horn of Salvation. That's a anime moment. Just leave that for anime. But an original one, I would not mind at all. Considering Rebirth also did their own Horn of Salvation Ichigo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. And now let's go to let's go back to. Wait, where did it go? Wait, no. Where did it go? No, I closed it. Alright, we're back. Okay, so I agree with Giselle, Gigi's wife. Rukia and Ichigo is pretty much guaranteed. And then I'm hoping for a third character. I'm not going to say Orihime every single time, but I'm just saying I would like 3 characters for part 1. I think that'd be really cool and make it a bit more unique. Momo 1626-1, based on that sort of glass shatter effect, reminds me of 680 Aizen. I'll take a punt and guess we will get a Hogyuku Ichigo similar to Aizen. Okay, I thought they were going to say an actual Aizen. I was going to like, he just got renewed Aizen, but a Hogyuku infused Ichigo would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Although we could get something like that for Rukia, considering in Soul Society she did have the Hogyuku in her, if I'm remembering correctly, and that's why Aizen wanted to have her killed so he could get the Hogyuku from her that he stay hidden her. I haven't rewatched the beginning of Bleach in so long, so that's probably wrong. But I know she had a Hogyuku in her, if I'm not mistaken, and that's why he wanted to, like, you know, kill her. Either way, that would be interesting. It's what Dexter zeroed down my mind. That's originals for Ichigo and Rukia. The effect on the 10th anime logo in the trailer is identical to the winter frost on plants and windows during the winter months. So it's ice. Oh my goodness. The emphasis on something being above the clouds and shining star in the sky gives me angelic or heavenly or transcendent being vibes. So maybe like a deity theme for the characters as well. I mean, that could just be like Beyond Bankai, to be honest. That could definitely be what it is. For those who may have forgotten or don't know, Rukia is the first character you ever seen in the entire series and was originally supposed to be the main character. I don't remember that at all. She also placed first in the last popularity polls while placing second in almost every prior poll. Okay. For some reason, there's a portion of the BBS community that hates her. I think whenever I see hate, it's mainly because of the fans. Like, they're just insanely, like, they only like Rukia or something, you know? They say Rukia is the best thing to ever exist. Those kind of fans in any fandom are annoying. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know, if you're just overly glazing, people are going to start overly hating. That's how it goes. Absolutely warrants a 10th any headline, and since Ichigo is literally the main character, he's basically a guaranteed appearance in part 1 as the other unit. 100%. If there's no Ichigo, this anniversary is dead. It's a flop. I don't care. Yuha. Wait a minute. What are you doing here? What's this guy doing here? It's definitely a game original part 1, and it has to be either It is not Toshiro. How is anyone thinking it's Toshiro? I would rather prefer frickin' Chad over Toshiro. We just got 2 Toshiros this year. We had 3 last year. Like, chill, bro. Chill. What was it? 3? It might have only been 2, but still, like, dude, we've had enough Toshiros. We are fine. We are fine on Tosh. He is not anniversary level. I don't care. I do not care. And for part 2, has to be Bankai Shunsui, Lily Baro, and I don't know the third character, probably Nanao to cover the whole fight. I mean, if you leave out Nanao, that would be such an L. Like, you have to throw her in on that banner. Maybe 1,000 above her. Ichigo if he's not part 1. Yuha and Ichibe for part 2. Yuha and Ichibe I think would be cool as a part 2. Also, could we get 3 characters for part 1? I think that would be really cool. I would like more characters for the anniversary, more hype. More spreading it across, you know, for more people to enjoy the anniversary. Because obviously 100% one character is Ichigo. So if you only get 1 other character, you know, that's less people that are going to be happy. If you get 2 side characters and then the Ichigo, that's more people happy, probably. 10th anniversary has to be special, not something we've seen before. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like it's going to be anything insanely special. It's just going to be most likely Ichigo and some of the characters that they already showed with a different form, but I assume that's what they mean. Soul King Ichigo, Royal Guard Rukia. Soul King Ichigo. Bro wants him to be in a cube, a little crystal with no arms and legs. I will never understand the Soul King hype. I think he is the most boring character in Bleach. He doesn't do anything. Maybe in the lore, if you're a big lore guy, it's pretty cool. But besides that, don't care about him. Akame, Ichigo for the yellow and orange vibes, and the day metaphor / Rukia for the blue and white and ice with the night metaphor. Was there anything with the night? Is that in the lyrics? It could be in the lyrics. I didn't get that, but it is what it is. End of the line. We need an original. Don't know Soul King Ichigo. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what you mean. Don't know Soul King Ichigo. But yet again, another Soul King Ichigo. Salmon wants Ichigo and Rukia. Fair enough. Lambieta, I think second wave will be canon since. I mean, yeah. I don't know why people are talking about second. Second is usually always canon. I think first wave will be Rukia, Ichigo, maybe Uryu. I can kind of see Uryu, but like I think they're just gonna save him for his actual canon form, because he literally has a full Sindish form. So I mean they could just do that. I almost went right over this. Ichigo's almost a no-brainer, but that slash to the blue aura ice spreading is running of Rukia, so that's who I'd guess. Ichigo and Rukia, fair enough. Alexander, I'm pretty sure it'll be an original anniversary, though I would definitely prefer canon. I don't know why people want canon at this point. We get canon every single freaking month at this point. Like, it's nothing new. Like, I really don't care about canon at this point. Like, we get it every single month, so it's like, I want something different. I want something new. But obviously, if you're waiting for your favorite character and it's Thousand or Blood War and you have to wait, then it's like, I guess I kind of see it. But, like, I want original. I've wanted original every single year, so it is what it is. But yeah, he is an big fan of originals. The time is here, 10th Annie Rukia, by far the most hype anniversary for me. All I'm going to say is, guys, what would you think if it's not Rukia? Because almost every single comment here, at least 9 out of 10, have been, it's going to be Rukia and Ichigo. It's going to be Rukia. What if it's not? What happens? What happens if it's not Rukia and Ichigo? Ooh. Like, there is going to be so much hate if it's not Ichigo and Rukia. Livy, what the hell just happened to my game? Livia live. Rukia is one of my favorite Soul Rippers, so I'm just going to assume it's her. Oh, okay. And she hasn't had an Annie unit in like she's never had an Annie unit, so they were probably saving her for this moment. Also, the trailer gives some sort of icy vibes to me. Got 9,200 orbs, so I'll farm it to 11 cages in case. That is enough for 2 pities exactly, so hopefully you have enough orbs. Because it should be a 50-step banner. If it is a 7-step banner, oh my goodness, Caleb, you want your game to crash and burn. Jeff, probably original design Ichigo and Rukia, and you know since we're 10th Annie, why not make part 1 3 characters and slide in beyond Almighty Yuha? For part 2, I'm thinking it's probably Lily, Barbaro, Shunsui, and then now. I'd be fine with that. Also, I am coping for Yuha so hard, but the fact that the trailer is all bright and happy and whatnot, I am not expecting a villain in general, unless he's like a nice guy original Yuha, which would be pretty fucking lame. I can't lie. Nice guy Yuha sounds incredibly freaking lame. Hex wants Gerard base. Free to play VL. I really hope the 10th anniversary will be an original unit because I think the last one was the 7th anniversary. It was. So, and I agree. Saifu, 10th anniversary character, going to be my boy Ichigo, and the fact that it's going to be an original design, and Rukia be guaranteed to be paired with 2. Holy hype. It's not guaranteed. I will say it's a pretty high chance, but it's not guaranteed. They've been saying Rukia for like 7 years now. KMS, original Bankai Ichigo and Bankai Rukia, maybe both fused with the Hogiku. Both fused? I mean, possibly. There's that big moment where it's like the Hogiku is like in the background, so possibly. Maybe. Dean, please let it be Rukia. Dark Quincy, I think we can all agree that it's going to be Rukia. She deserves it. I will say, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Rukia, but I do enjoy her character. I liked her 1,000 above. Her Bankai moment was easily one of the best in Core 2. If it's a solo Rukia banner, though, oh my goodness, I'm going to not summon. That's all I can say. I don't think she can hold it alone. If she's with Ichigo, sure. I can see it, but yeah, I think Rukia deserves an Annie character. She definitely helped carry the beginning of Bleach, you know? She definitely helped that. Obviously, you know, she literally got Ichigo his powers, so it makes sense. BK go crazy. I need an original form for Rukia and Ichigo, more so Rukia. I mean, yeah, she doesn't really have an original form. Ichigo has like 3 or 4 at this point, so fair enough. M. Bayer, everybody guessing it's Rukia. Remember, Rukia is not the only ice. If it is Toshiro, on God, we are all fucking skipping Anniversary. I do not want another Toshiro. Put him for part 2. If you need to drop another Anniversary or another Toshiro, put him in part 2. Do not put that little midget anywhere near part 1. He's had 2 characters this year already. The premium one and Zombie Tosh. He has no other forms that they could possibly use for Anniversary. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want him. I don't want him. I will skip any character on Anniversary if it is Anniversary Toshiro, because I don't care for him. I'm tired of him. Just like Bankayama. I don't want Bankayama. I will not summon for him. I'll summon for his side banner. The other characters on the banner if he drops. I just got tired of that character. BBS ruined him for me. Halaba J. It has to be original Ichigo and Rukia because 10th anniversary is so important for the game. They said this exact same thing for 9th Annie. That shit doesn't mean anything. Except maybe it does because it's 10th Annie. But either way, that does not prove anything. So keep that in mind. Just because it's 10th anniversary means nothing. It means nothing. They were saying that for 9th anniversary should be Rukia because she's the 9th Squad's lieutenant or something. What the hell was it? I already forgot. But it was 9 something. Horn of Salvation, Ichigo, let's go. I think if it's it's not going to be like actual Horn of Salvation. I don't see them doing that. If it is, I'm not going to lie, I'd be kind of underwhelmed. Like we already have that in game 1, and 2, it's not in the anime, so it's just going to be colored wrong anyways. Like we can just wait. We can just wait for the anime. Okay. If it's an original, like a different form of Horn of Salvation Ichigo, somehow they like customize it, make it a bit different, and make it stand out a bit, then sure, that's fine. But I don't think it should just be Horn of Salvation Ichigo. Gyro, part 1, original form Ichigo and Beyond Bankai Rukia, and then part 2, Lele, Pernida, and Gerard. I feel like they wouldn't put all 3 of these guys in the same banner because they're such powerhouses, but I would not complain if they do that. I think that would be really cool. I think this would be a really good anniversary overall. And now I'm curious about the comment. Lily, is that a... I mean, yeah, it's all Quincy's. Like, they usually... I feel as though they try to pair all the Quincy's with all the Sturmers. Kind of like the Rukia, Renji, Byakuya banner last year. You know? Obviously, it's not every time, but you know what I mean. I don't know. They could go either way, I guess. Lemony Soup, I low-key wanted Shunsui and Lily Baro. I mean, there's a chance, but because there's no canon background, like, there would have been, like, the black background, or the Quincy Castle, whatever they called it. I forgot what it's called. It would have been one of those 2 backgrounds. Since we didn't get it, it's not going to be them. Now, they could be for part 2 or end of year. I think end of year would be the best case scenario, because then they would be some of the best in the entire game, some of the best visuals in the entire game. So, it is what it is. Soul King Ichigo, I don't see why people care about Soul King. I mean, granted, I guess it depends what they mean by Soul King Ichigo, I guess. But, like, I just... Soul King is so boring. I don't know. Nova, I guess I'm the only one hyped for canon anniversary, but why not both? How can you have a canon... This is part 1 only, by the way. When I say anniversary, I mean part 1. Part 2 is 100% canon anniversary. Okay? Part 2 is 100% canon. Part 1... Maybe I didn't specify. Part 1... I want to be original. Part 2 could be anything, and I'm fine. Like, it could just be whatever. I am definitely fine with that. Like, part 1, original, part 2, canon, I'm perfectly fine with that. But for the opening headliner banner, I want it to be original. Biz, the orange emblem is definitely Ichigo, but then the slash and the shattering looks like 6 Annie Aizen. It is not going to be Aizen. So I think it's Hogyuku fused Ichigo, possibly. Like, maybe. I hope it doesn't just have like the exact same wings though as Aizen. That would kind of be stupid since we just got a renewed Aizen, but you know what it is. Because when we get to defeated Aizen, the Hogyuku's power diminished because it didn't think of Aizen to be worthy of being its master. So a case could be made when Hogyuku chooses Ichigo to be its master, and with its power, Ichigo could become the Soul King or just transcend into a higher being. Imagine if this is true. Imagine it's Hogyuku Ichigo or something. You know, it's really cool. Really cool animations. His quote is, "I transcend everything, including Aizen." I don't know. I think that'd be kind of funny. It would be really cheap, but it'd be kind of funny. Part 1 of the anniversary will be Ichigo and Rukia. Then part 2 will be Bankai, Shunsui, Volsingers, Lily Baro, and then now. That would be fine too. Like, Part 2 can be so lenient. Like, it could be Yuha and his Royal Guards. It could be Uryu, Juga, and Bazby for all I care. I think that would be a pretty good one. I guess we already had that, actually, so maybe not. I don't know if they'll copy the banner bar for bar. Or Shunsui Nanao Lilibaro would also be really cool. They could even do Bankayama at that point and get him out of the way, and I won't even complain. But I'm thinking he's end of year. But either way, like, Part 2, I'm much more lenient on. As long as they're just good characters, they have good animations, and they're just newer, you know? They're not just, like, remakes or something, you know? I think that'd be fine. Like, not just, like, not shitters, I guess. Like, if they're big characters, like Shunsui, Lilibaro, Gerard, the new Renji as well, because of his Core 3 fight, you know, stuff like that. Uryu, I think that would be what I would want for that. Ichigo and Rukia, fair enough. If non-canon Horn of Salvation, True Bankai, that is... There's no way we're jumping that far ahead. I know Rebirth of Souls did it, but I do not want that in the game. I want them to wait for the anime. I want them to get the really cool Soul Bomb. I just want them to wait. I do not want it early. And then Bankai Rukia, although Absolute Zero can kill her, maybe Gauge Effect. I mean, they can just disregard canon. Who fucking cares about the actual lore? I don't care if Bankai Rukia can move. But since we just got Bankai Rukia, we're not getting another one within a year of each other. Like, she hasn't done another Bankai. Like, there's no way we're getting an original or a canon Rukia. She hasn't done anything. She ran around the Soul Palace or whatever it was called, the Core 3 form, the Core 3 Castle. I forgot its name, the Wandenreich maybe. She just ran around and found Renji on the ground. That was literally all she did. She didn't fight. She didn't pick up her sword. She did nothing. She is not getting a canon character. Unless, like, they skip to Hell Arc again or something. But, like, I don't want Hell Arc, Ichigo, and Rukia remade. I really don't want it. I want new. I want new. I want exciting. That's what I want. Non-canon, true Mugetsu Ichigo Zangetsu was Yuha Quincy aspect of Ichigo that suppressed his true powers. Even when Ichigo merged with Zangetsu, he only mixed with white Zangetsu. Okay, so he's saying, I mean, him mixing with both, isn't that literally just true Bankai Ichigo? Isn't that literally what it is? Is he saying true Bankai Ichigo with Mugetsu? Like he slaps that shit on top of his true Bankai? That would go kind of hard. So maybe we get an Ichigo that fuses with Old Man Zangetsu and White Zangetsu, true Mugetsu Ichigo as an antithesis against 6 Any Aizen? Possibly. So Soul King Ichigo is assuming what I'm getting at. Rukia, maybe she gets her own Beyond Bankai where she becomes one with Sorino Shirokiro, taking away the drawback of Absolute Zero hurting her. I mean, that's just that's just Captain Rukia. That's all that is. That's literally all that is. Someone says this Zenny's not going to be 1,000 or lower. I mean, it could be 1,000 or lower characters, but it's definitely not going to be canon. No way. Mr. Wolf, Ichigo Rukia original, I agree. Original adult Tosh, zombie hollow form, and Ichigo Dangai merged. This is not happening. We're not getting a Toshiro. Toshiro will be such a fucking L. Probably the worst pick I've seen in this entire roster. I guess it's Ichigo versus Uryu or versus King of the Quincy's. I also forgot how to write his name. King of the Quincy's? Are you talking about Yuha or the Soul King? Adeneus, or however you say it? I have no idea who he means. I assume he means Yuha. I mean, it's not going to be canon. So, like, I don't know why people think it's Ichigo versus Uryu. Like, I don't see that at all. It cannot be both. Because people don't understand the question, apparently. Dead Inside, original Ichigo and Rukia. There ain't no way we get an Annie Grimmy and not Rukia. On God, 10th Annie Rukia. Gotta be. I don't know. Zoro? Based. Krishkash Tsuki. I'm guessing that's going to be true Shikai Ichigo, original form, and Almighty Yuha or Uryu. It's optional. Maybe someone else, my guess. I don't think it's going to be a villain. It's just too happy of a trailer. It's a big celebration. I don't think it's going to be a villain, unfortunately. Rukia and Ichigo. Ralph, canon character way better than having original characters of Rukia. This guy's just hating on Rukia. I think he made alternate accounts, by the way. I've seen like multiple the same exact like response. Whatever. I don't see the hate on Rukia. I don't understand it. Giga Gains, Hogaku translated Ichigo and Rukia. Small. Stop. Stop even mentioning Toshiro. Caleb's gonna think you want Toshiro. Don't mention his name. He's Voldemort. Don't say his name. He sucks. Get him out. Get him out of your English translation. Get him out. Get him out of that vocab. He's gone. Get him out. Get him out. Ah! The real Soul Quare. I want new Aizen, Kisuke, Rukia, or Bambi. Definitely, we just got a new Aizen. Kisuke, hell no. Rukia, probably. And then Bambi, no. No. Anniversary Bambi? I don't know about that one. And then we have Goaded Knowledge. Motherfuckers. Rukia's not. Dude, like, she hasn't had an Annie character. Why do you want to cry so much? Like, even if she's not your favorite character, she hasn't had an Annie character. She's one of the most important characters in Bleach. Like, what? Like, what? Like, I will never understand that hate for one of the most important characters in the story. Same thing for Orihime. Like, stop hating. Stop being weird. Like, they're important characters to the story. Like, go hate on Luffy. Like, I don't know. Worst anime because, dude, like, these are probably getting downvoted. That's probably why they're all at the bottom, by the way. All Rukia hated ones are probably getting downvoted. I wish you could see dislikes. Do I know anyone but Rukia? Honestly, that's whatever, sure. And then we have Daiko, which you can't see because it's full screen and it's so annoying. Okay, you can see it now. Daikaichi's. At first, I wasn't buying the Rukia thing. Still believe it's not ice, but crystal or diamond. It could be. It definitely could be. Also think it could be Ichigo's True Bankai. It's not going to be canon. There's no shot it's canon. Maybe if it's a original Ichigo True Bankai, like they just, Caleb does their own form, then maybe. But it's not going to be the actual canon one from the anime. But something might make Rukia a thing without using the trailer. And Aizen 6 Annie and Byakuya 5th Annie getting a remake together has one common point. Aizen got this form by fusing the Hogaku that he got through Rukia. He also does the same shatter effect and has those diamond-like things. Byakuya came from the same arc. Aizen got the Hogaku and is pure white. Those three details together make a Rukia who unexpectedly fused or kept the Hogaku, and while attaining Bankai, she ascended, logo above the clouds, to something greater, hence the crystal clear diamond ice. I mean, possibly. That could be what it is, because it's just like a Beyond Bankai is all Aizen and Byakuya are. So it could just be something as simple as a Beyond Bankai Ichigo, which I don't think we actually have, because the 5th Annie one is like Beyond Fullbring. That's what that one essentially is. It's Fullbring powers, you know, like all the white and stuff. And then Rukia would just be Beyond Bankai. It could just be as simple as that, to be honest. Canal, honestly, my wish was to see some similar to last year with Grimmy and Kenny, but this year I wanted Yuha and Yama's fight, but obviously that's not going to happen. Dude, we do not need another base fucking Yuha. Who is hyped for base Yuha anymore? That was 2 years ago almost. No one cares about base Yuha. Like, sure, Bankai Yama, at least he would be somewhat new, but base Yuha? Dude. 2022 called 2023, my bad, I forgot it's 2025. Like, nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about him anymore. It has to be like Almighty Yuha or something, and that's against Ichibei. That is not against Yama. Yama is probably going to be slammed into the Shunsui Lily Baro banner at the end of the year, is my guess. That's when Yama is coming, because they added a Core 1 character the past 2 years, and now they're going to slam in the final hype character from Core 1 towards the end of the year, is my guess. But that is everybody. Let me know down below what you guys think. Obviously, a lot of hot takes, especially the ones at the very end. But yeah. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys having an absolutely amazing day. Yet again, my #1 guess is Ichigo and Rukia, and then hoping a third character for part 1 in their original is with an Orihime or Yuha. Yuha is very high hope because of the very peaceful, relaxing trailer. But overall, I am very pleased that it's most likely going to be an anniversary original banner. If it was canon, I was about to drop an Iron Cane banner and start ranting on how bad the anniversary is going to be. But at this point, I think it's going to be a pretty good anniversary overall. Hopefully they drop something new, like a new trailer, a new game mode, something, drop a new epic grade, that sort of thing. But yeah, peace out. Hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day.